Hello everybody, it's Rex here. Today we're checking out the Hammond Collection Brachiosaurus. Found this at Target, was the only one there, and it was hidden behind some other stuff, so fortunately I was able to find it and pick it up. And so here it is in the box art. You can see the actual figure there, right there, and with this nice, cool, looks like a cardboard tree with some fake limbs attached to it, so it's nice display art right there. The box is quite big as well, so width-wise from this length, it's standing at 18 inches in width, and height from here it's 13 right there. But if you turn the box this way, now you're going to a vertical look there, so you can see how big the box is if you want to display the box like that. Very big. So you can see some poses there, and if we turn the box this way, you can see the assembling of the Brachiosaurus, and then if you turn the box this way, you can see how big the Brachiosaur is next to the Hammond Collection Tyrannosaur. So with that out of the way, let's get this box opened up and check out while we get inside of here. So when you open the box, this is how it's all going to be in here in these individual bags. So just pull them out of the bags here. So really quickly, we'll take a look at this little piece of paper that comes in the box here. It's just Mr. DNA, so you can see what that looks like there. Pretty nice artwork there. And then shows you the process during the construction of the Brachiosaur from that little cartoon that was in Jurassic Park. Pretty neat. And now that we have all the parts here, we can... Give me that. Now with no more interruptions, we'll start assembling this Brachiosaur. So here's the body, and here's the tail. So we'll just plug that in. Let's see if there's a direction it needs to go or not. Looks like this plugs in just like that. So not this direction. So I have the tail facing this way, the long portion, and it's going to plug right in there. So you just line that up, plug that in, and there's the tail. Whew, this is heavy. The Brachiosaur in box is heavy too, but that's a ratchet. So this joint here is a ratchet up in the neck area. So it's hard to do this on camera, but we're just going to take it and get that up there so we can assemble the neck. We'll do that last. Let's see, we're going to take the front arm, which is B, and that's going to plug into this slot here. Well, that says A, so maybe we should do A. So A, yeah, okay. So A goes with A. So just line up the letters with the right A goes to A. So pretty simple assembly here. Let's plug that in. Get the limb there. B goes to B. So just get that plugged in there. Spin it around. Take C and plug it into C. If it wants to be plugged in. C. Plug it into C, like so. And then we take D and plug it into D. There we are. Get those feet all positioned. Get the front limbs positioned. Now we got to bring the camera up, because now we're assembling the neck, and look at that. It's going to go higher than my back white ground here. So then we just take this plug, and we should be able to plug it in just like so. I'll see if I can't show you how this is going to go. So it's triangle, so it's kind of like that trapezoid, whatever shape that is. And that's just going to plug in right on in there. Just line it up and give it a good snap. And there we go. And so here's the Brachiosaurus fully put together and here for us to see. And the reason why it's over here now instead of over my original recording area is because over there wasn't enough room. So I decided to bring it over here. And I think it works enough for the rest of the review. So starting up here at the head of the Brachiosaur, it looks really nice. The eye is pretty well done though. It does have the same eye problem as the Rex did, where the eye kind of follows you around so it looks dead or not. But the eye is so dark that you can't even tell there's a pupil in there. There is a pupil in there, and it does follow me around. It does have the same problem where it looks dead if you have it tilted too much. But I don't know if you'll be able to see that with the camera or not. But let's see if I can't get the light. Yeah, this is a really dark eye. There is a pupil somewhere in there, but it's way too dark. But the head, besides that, looks amazing. That's a beautiful looking head right there. Looks like it just came out from the movie. You can look at that straight on. And then over the mouth, look at the inside. Pretty nice paint all around there. Even the top has been painted. Very nice. The head is on a ball joint. It's going to move all around in there. Look up and down and all that. And then we'll proceed down the length of the Brachiosaurus here. So let's drop the camera down to the neck of the Brachie. And this is the neck made of soft material to this point, and it's hard material here. And then it drops the soft material all the way down here. And inside here, I don't know what it is in here, a big bendy wire or something, but I can feel different segments. There's a segment here, and a segment here, and nothing else up here. And then you can use that to kind of bend the neck like so, bend the neck like that, or you can bend the neck forward like that, or you can rotate the neck like that. But when you do that, it really messes up the sculpt here and doesn't look good at all. What they should have done with the neck is what I would have done, is done with the ball joint segment, like on the Ankylosaurus here, where they did these different segments, which are all the different ball joints here. So you get a nice, beautiful range of motion, and you can hold that position whenever you want. And bendy wires suffer from not being able to do that, which we look at this guy's tail. You bend it, and it starts moving. It doesn't stay right there. Ball joints work a lot better, and that's what should have been done here, though it would have broken up the sculpt a bit, but it's already broken up right there. So they just did a ball joint, ball joint, ball joint. You could easily have articulated into any pose you wanted, but besides that, it's just going to stay like this, because I can't get the neck to stay in anything, and I don't want it to stay in anything because it ruins the sculpt. So yeah, I don't really like this. I like the feel, just feel very nostalgic with that nice soft real feel rubber, but besides that, no, I would have just gone with ball joints to the neck. So let's move down to the body here. So here we are at the body, where you do have this big ratcheted joint right there. So just like on the Legacy Brachiosaurus, you can ratchet it down. So this one's on a really tight ratchet. So you can go all the way down like that, which looks weird and goofy. So I would probably just go down about that far, which is how far I would go with it. But yep, so that's the articulation there in the neck, lower neck, and then this can rotate like so as well. And the body itself looks really good. There's a view from the top going down to the tail. Yeah, really nicely painted. Very nicely painted on Mattel's part. If we go down to the toes, you can see down here on the toes, they're all painted. Very nice. Good job, Mattel, for painting the toes. All Hammond dinosaurs should have their toes painted. That would seem pretty logical to me, but not to Mattel. So, but on this big figure here, for what you're paying, you are getting painted nails. So that is a plus there. And for articulation in the limb, so this is the front leg. Right here, you can move it forward that far, move it back that far where it locks. And then you have a bend there. And this also rotates. And then here at the foot, you have pivot down and up, nothing side to side, but you do have this bit of articulation right there. And then for the back leg here, you've got a motion back that far, move back that far, a bend there, and a bend there. Now we move on to the tail of the Brachiosaurus. I think the tail is decently length. It's not too short or too long. I think it's just the right length for the tail here. So you do get a pivot right here, right there. Then you can rotate as well. And then you got a nice ball joint right here. So that's very nice. And only down here you get a swivel, which is so weird. Why is there a swivel here on the tail? It should be a ball joint. Like, look at the Triceratops. That's just a nice simple ball joint. They should have done that right there. I don't know why this is a swivel. That does nothing. And it just breaks the sculpt. It hasn't been one position. I can figure out where this lines up. So right there, I guess. But it's just a weird decision to make this not articulated. So, okay, that's perfectly smooth there. So that is the sculpt there. If they weren't going to add a ball joint or a bendy wire here or something, they should have just made it a solid piece. Just cut that out. So that's pretty much how the tail has to look right there. So that's the ball joint for this segment, and you get nothing else past this point. Now we're going to take a look at the bottom side of the Brachiosaurus paint, which is very nicely done. Follows all the way down to the neck, follows down to the belly area, but stops right here. Would have been nice if the paint continued down like so, and then ended here. For the price you're paying for this Brachiosaurus, it would have been nice for a little bit extra paint in that spot. Now let's see if we can't get this girl standing up in the position like it shows on the box. So we're going to bend the legs like so. I'm going to rotate this leg so it's facing the right direction, because it wasn't. So we're going to do that. Bend the feet, which do have some nice ratchet there. So we're just going to bend the feet, bend the tail like so. I'm going to see if we can't get her to stand here. Get that tail on the ground. Bend the knees a bit. Bend them a little bit more. It's a little more difficult on the carpet. But yep, there we go. She's standing on the two back legs, right like that. That looks pretty good. So you can get her in that position And if I do move the neck forward, it's going to make it fall. But this is solid carpet. If it's on a harder surface, it'll have a better time. I did it earlier, and it stood better on harder surface. And this is a quick comparison of some other Hammond dinosaurs next to the Brachiosaur, and you can see that the Brachiosaur just dominates the size here. She's just so big compared to everybody else here. Her head's not even in the shot. And so this has been a look at the Hammond Collection Brachiosaurus. I think Mattel did a smashing job with her. I think it just looks amazing. A few little flaws, but as a whole, I think just looks great. And so, yeah, just all around a great Brachiosaurus. And definitely happy to have her. And you can let me know down below what you think of this big girl. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Have a great day and goodbye, everybody.